Check one, two. Good morning. I'm a little disheveled. How come nobody told me it was past 7 o'clock? I didn't realize it. 7:04. The morning buzz usually kicks off at 7 o'clock, and I'm 4 minutes late, almost 5 minutes late. I apologize. Um, let's get the show started properly, shall we? Let's see here. Music. Oh, they got music here now. Let me do this. New. Background music, pop. Let's do rock and metal this morning. Welcome to the Tuesday, May 25th edition of the Morning Buzz. What's up? I don't know why I wanted to start the show that way. That music is jamming. It's the Tuesday, May 25th edition of the Morning Buzz. Good morning. My name is Mike Brady. I am the host. I'm 6 minutes late kicking this thing off. I apologize. Yeah, typically I'm in here 10 minutes before the show, and we go live right at 7 a.m. This morning is a little different because I am trying to perfect my smoothie that I'm drinking, and I had a blender kind of explode on me, and so when I finally got back into the room here with the microphone, I realized it was 7:03, and so hadn't done any of the show prep that I needed to get done. I typically send an email out every morning between 5:45 and 6:30. I send an email out every morning to all of the guests of the day, and I haven't even sent that email out yet. So let me just copy and send it out. Today on the show, we have Mr. Matt McFarland. We have Mr. Josh Aston, who is the principal at Templeton High School. And we have, as always, Mr. Anthony Reed. Early blender explosion rocks local radio legend. Yeah, that is the headline, exactly. Except for local radio legend is that's used very loosely, Malcolm. I appreciate it, though. What do you think of the background music? Is it groovy? Can you guys hear it? Is it too loud? Too quiet? It's a new feature on my streaming platform. They give us the option to do this music. So I kind of like it. It kind of sets the tempo. Where was I? So anyways, I'm running behind. I haven't gotten any of my show prep stuff done. Like I said, I typically send this email out, and that email hasn't gone out yet. So I'm just going to copy and paste and get it out right now. Boom, boom. I'll share my screen just so you guys see. I'm pulling back the curtain right here, just so you see what I do in the morning. So here's my email I send out to everybody on the show. Gives the schedule, and then I go into my recipients and I type in their names: Josh Aston, Anthony Reed, Matt McFarland. I think that's it today. And then I just copy. I mean, it's super easy, right? This is like, I know what you guys are thinking at home. You're like, how does Mike pull this amazing thing off every day? He must spend hours and hours doing this. And no, I don't. It's super simple. Now, it did take me a while to get it all set up and figure it out, but once I developed a pattern and a rhythm, it kind of did its thing and started to go smoothly. Okay, so let's talk smoothies. I gotta turn this music off. Hold on, it's gonna cause me to want to go run laps. All right, that's enough. Yeah, smoothies. So, I told you guys yesterday I started this thing, right? Where let me see if I can pull up the recipe. But basically, what I'm doing is, where did I put that recipe? Uh, 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 I don't know. I don't know where that recipe is. Let me find it. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows where that recipe is? Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, not much. Just getting set.
Yeah, man. Why didn't you wake me up? I didn't realize I was running 3 minutes late this morning.
I was up at 6:45.
Yeah, but I didn't go live until 7:04, 7:03. So my bad.
I noticed that.
Yeah, and I didn't get a text, a heads up, or anything from you. I'm just in the kitchen over here, you know, wiping up blender juice and talking to my wife,
and
sipping
and
coffee.
and to make you feel kind of even worse, I saw you kind of in the cuts over there, putting on your shirt. So
Yeah, I was. I had to. Took my sweatshirt off. That's right. I had to get my
uh,
sweatshirt up, and I'm like Mister Rogers in the morning. I remember when he used to come in and change his shirt, jacket, shoes, sit down,
oh yeah,
sing a song. That's how I feel.
yeah.
So yeah. No, I was talking about my smoothie. So it exploded all over.
Oh
Yesterday's was almost undrinkable. Like I literally was choking it down.
yeah.
This morning, I kind of I did a little bit of an audible. So I had let's see here. I'm gonna share this guy. Select share this one and this one and this one. Okay, share. This is Mike's MacBook Air. Okay. It's going to airdrop to my computer, and then I'll be able to pull up the ingredients here. Um, yeah, so basically, it's a clump of kale, 3 stalks of celery, 1 cucumber, um, a third of a beet, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 chunk of ginger, 1 apple, and some coconut oil. Okay,
Mm,
so that's what I'm supposed to do. That's the smoothie that Joe Rogan drinks every morning.
mm,
Um, and so him and another guy are talking smoothies. This guy named Rich Roll that I am obsessed with. Uh,
mm,
Rich Roll kind of does that, but does a little variation, adds a little more fruit, adds some other stuff into it. So I kind of took that and Rich Rolls and then mixed those two together, but then tried to make my own. So this morning, oh, and I added some blueberry. So this morning I did blueberry. I did everything on that list, but instead of 4 cloves of garlic, I removed 1 clove of garlic and I went 3 cloves of garlic. And then I took, instead of a chunk of ginger this big, I took a ginger chunk this big. So I made my ginger smaller. I added blueberries again. I added flaxseed and chia seed. Let's see here. Are these guys going to open on me? Um, Open. Here we go. Okay, so now what you are about to see is my recipe for greatness.
So what color is it?
So today the color is it's like beet red, right? So
So it was like yesterday.
there you go.
Okay.
So I did this thing, right? I took all the ingredients here on the screen and then I added I added some flax seeds.
Mm-hmm.
I added a little bit of this Navitas or Navitas um, superfood berry blend, just a little, right? Maybe like a teaspoon and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I added a teaspoon and a half of this guy, the Masha and the Rishi and the Ashwagandha. Yada. What you got, Dada? however you
I don't
say it.
know. I don't know.
Um, and so basically, this morning, if you're noticing a little difference in me, it's because I'm protecting and defending and combating stress and fatigue. That's why I'm doing that.
Well, you're doing
Um,
a great job of it. So
Thanks. Yeah. I threw in some chia seeds. So I put it all in the blender. There it is. And then I poured it in the cup. Let's see. Do we have footage? No. That's basically what it looked like pre-blend yesterday.
mhm.
This is today, post-blend. Put it all in the blender, poured it in my cup, and then I took my cup and I went like this. I went like that face. Now, the flavor is a little better this morning. It's a little sweeter and it's way less garlicky with that one less clove and a smaller chunk of ginger this morning. However, my Ninja blender, that's probably 20 years old. We may have gotten that on our wedding day. I don't even know. Um, that thing, it blended it up. It literally tastes like I'm drinking salsa right now. Like, the fine salsa that you get like on your tacos and stuff. That's what it tastes like.
I've
It's
drank
like a
salsa before.
it's like a sweet salsa without. I almost want to put some kind of spice in it just to make it at least taste like salsa more. You
Right.
know, because I got the texture of that salsa without all of the fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Um, but it's a big cup, and I'm like right here right now, so I got to drink this whole thing down. And they're telling me like it's supposed to be like superfood, like you're gonna feel amazing, and it's gonna supercharge your day and this and that. I did that yesterday. I kind of felt weird all day yesterday, not like it's kind of hard to like almost out of body, but not like super high energy. It was weird. My head. I don't know if it was like extra clear or what, but it was different. I will say that it was a different feeling yesterday. Having
Well, you
drank.
probably don't. Well, you probably just kind of mildly shocked your system, probably.
Yeah, yeah. And what's funny is you would think my system is used to being shocked, having lived in Hollywood and ran around and just. I mean, like I'm an all or nothing guy, right? So
Right.
if we're gonna have beers over the weekend and barbecue, it's not Mike doesn't have one beer. It
Hmm.
just never happens that way,
Right.
So you bring a bottle of whiskey over and we'll open it up and share it, and that we will finish that bottle of whiskey. Like it's not like, hey, let's just taste and go home.
Hmm.
So that's a one of my fatal flaws. I'm an all or nothing guy, but maybe
That could be
that'll
a
work
good
out.
thing, or that could be a bad thing, just depending
Yeah.
on how you look at it and the
Mhm.
circumstances.
So I was gonna wait a little bit to talk about what you ate for dinner last night. Maybe we should wait on that, huh?
Whatever.
Yeah. If you guys weren't with us yesterday, just so you know, Anthony, uh, over the weekend, he posted a picture of his dinner, or it was his lunch on Sunday, and we dissected it a little yesterday on the show and talked about the pros and the cons of what he is eating. Here's another look at what Anthony ate for lunch
On Sunday.
on Sunday. Let's see here. Um, so Anthony had some chicken strips, mac and cheese, and some chicken salad from. You notice? Here's what I noticed about this plate. Just right now, there's nothing like green on it. I mean, there's a little bit of like green little tiny chunks in the salad.
I was about to say the salad doesn't count.
Eh, eh. So, anyways, that was Anthony's meal on Sunday. Yesterday, we gave him a hard time about it, and last night he texted me a picture and had a radically different. dinner last night that we'll talk about here this morning. Which, um, so yeah, I mean, those now. We'll get into it later. What is there anything going on in the news?
Yeah, there's quite a few things actually.
And what's with the guy? All right, so there's a guy that got arrested, some guy in Oak Park or somewhere down there, who was brandishing a gun or something. What was the deal?
So if you bring it up, I'll talk about it.
All
And
right.
Detectives from Paso PD have been investigating this particular case in the Oak Park or the 3100 block of Spring, which is basically 31st and Spring. That area there, I'll bring it up on my phone so I can kind of know what I'm talking about.
That's this guy right here.
Yeah. So that person, if you read the description on what happened, but I'll just hit the highlights. So basically, he is in county jail because he was a part of some gang-related activity per the article.
Okay.
It's believed that this whole incident was gang-related. And so Paso PD detectives served a search warrant at Jose Jimenez's residence. Like I said, at a 31st in the Spring in that area. And they executed it yesterday morning around 11. So after the show. And so I just happened to hear it on the radio, but I didn't know, of course, what was going on and stuff. So basically, he was a part of an investigation that included criminal threats and criminal terrorizing threats as well. And so, as you can see, there's a couple of handguns that were seized in the investigation and at the search warrant of his house. And so he's only 19 years old. And so to have gang-related charges, and I'm sure there's other enhancements as well, which enhancements carry a little bit more weight to them in the courtroom when it comes to things like this. So, yeah.
Okay.
And also another follow-up, Mike, if you want to bring that back up. Just under that, here's a follow-up on the incident. Well, we can talk about that too. But I want to get to an article that was under that picture. That was, I think it's under the firefighter thing, I think.
Let's see here.
No, not that. Go down. Yeah, that guy. So if you remember yesterday,
this is the one that was out by your house, kind of.
Yeah, on 20th and Spring.
Yeah.
So he fled the vehicle during a DUI investigation. The officer was conducting what's called field sobriety test, where you basically walk the line and all that stuff, and you have to do all the things to prove that you're not DUI. Well, he decided to go on and track me and go hide in a bush. And as you can see,
he's like, not only am I not drunk, I can also run.
Right.
Yeah.
So and also
I'm going to show you how not drunk I am by you want me to just walk back and forth? How about I just take off running?
Right.
And then you can really see that I'm sober.
Right. So that's what happened on a Saturday night, I think it was.
Okay.
Or was it Sunday? I can't remember. Anyways, so that happened, and then drugs and guns were seized, as you can see from that, and he was arrested and sent to county jail. So and there's you on the bottom. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Boy, gosh, way to bring the show down by talking about news.
well, that's what I'm here for. So I
Man,
guess I'm here to be a damper on the show, I guess.
holy smokes. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's even more heavier or lighter. Just I guess it's more heavier. I guess today marks 25 years of Kristen Smart's disappearance.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
it's 25 years today that she was reported missing, and we all know the story from that. So,
Mhm.
as I understand, KSBY is going to do a kind of a remembrance thing on their 6:30 show tonight. So that'll be interesting to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 25 years goes fast, man. That's crazy to think that 25 years ago I was a freshman in college. Holy smokes.
Yeah. 25 years ago, I was 1 year old. So, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, good deal. It's starting to heat up. Weather going to be nice.
Let's see. It was mid 90s yesterday. Come on, load up. Yeah, it's gonna be 88 today in Paso, so it's gonna be another warm day.
Okay. Great.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
deal. I'm having lunch today downtown with Bradford Young, who owns the lab. We're actually planning. We're planning. So there's a bunch of people, and when I say a bunch, maybe like six, right? 6 people or so have reached out to me asking me about my fitness and my health, and the journey that I'm on right now, and they want to start to take action on their own life and stuff. So Bradford and I are meeting today to kind of develop some kind of plan and program for a few people. And Anthony, of course, you're on that list. But it's going to be kind of like a summer accountability type. I don't want to call it a boot camp because it's not like I'm going to like be at your doorstep every morning at 6:30 being like, "Let's go, fool, put your running shoes on." Not
Hmm.
nothing like that. But it's going to be more like a kind of we'll call it the Paso Project. I don't know, something like that. But it's going to be something to help people kind of stay on track and motivated.
Yeah.
Um, give people kind of tools and um, what do you call it? Resources to
Hmm.
make good decisions and keep going, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's today. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm excited to go to lunch in Paso. I rarely ever get downtown Paso during the weekdays, so it'll be nice to be down there. All right, hey, Mr. Mac, what is happening? It's the Mac Attack.
Hey, Mike.
Let's do me a favor, stand up and show us that shirt. What is that?
That's Link Crew, baby. Here we
Is,
go.
is that 2021 22 shirt?
No, that's this year's shirt.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because we got 5 years.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yep.
I've never seen that shirt.
You should have been seeing it around the house because you got a Link Crew member in your house.
I know. I haven't seen it. Well, these kids don't even put clothes on half the time. They're walking around in pajamas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
So, yeah, that's a really nice shirt.
Thanks, Josh. Josh Kaiser designed it.
Josh, a man of many talents.
Yeah, he is. Hey, Mike. I last
Speaking of-
night was at scholarship night.
Real quick, speaking of Josh, is Betsy coming on tomorrow? I got her on my calendar.
Have you reached out to her? I mean, we originally set that up, but I know you're really good at having your staff reach out and.
Yeah, I'll see if I have her email address. I got a note from you to put her on the calendar, so I'll
B Kaiser at TempletonUSD.org.
Oh, she's staff. I had no idea.
Yeah, she's at the middle school.
B Kaiser. Okay, I'll shoot her an email.
Yeah.
All right. So last night.
Yeah, I sent you. I texted you a picture of our biggest winner, biggest cash prize. Don't know if you got that. I sent it just a little bit ago.
Let's pull it up here.
I figured your tech staff would be on that already.
I got it. It is right here.
Yeah. So Emma Hamilton Payne brought home the biggest apple last night. $9,696.
Wow.
And that would be the Shelby Sudbrink Memorial Scholarship.
That is so cool. What is that that's like the award? That's really awesome.
Yeah, the Sudbrinks are amazing, amazing people.
That's so cool.
So yeah, you might say, well, that's kind of a weird amount. But Shelby was number 12.
Yep.
And so it's $1,212 what is that? Quarter?
A semester, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically almost $10,000 over 4 years, which is amazing.
Right. Yeah, it's excellent. Second place, putting together several different scholarships was Brooksley Pruitt. She came in at $7,750.
Wow.
And then tied for third would be Gracie Alsop and Merrick Hall, each pulling in $4,000.
So cool.
So, yeah, pretty neat. 20 organizations gave money there that night, but others like FFA scholarships and band scholarships, and some of those weren't there last night, but they had previously given or are going to be giving at their own, banquet or celebration, or whatever. So last night itself, I think the total was just a hair, like $50 under $50,000.
Wow.
So yeah, great. 27 kids walked away with some piece of that money, and some more than others, but it was, every little bit helps. The scholarships ranged from $250 to $9,696. So
insane.
It was great. And, this is a tough year when you consider, COVID and businesses being shut down and that sort of stuff. And still our community stepped up and blessed the kids. So
yeah,
in years past, there's been more money given out, but that's kind of to be expected in a year like this. So, and man, talk about impressive.
Yeah.
Some of the fields of study that these guys went into, pretty impressive. So
that's so cool. Yeah, I enjoyed those senior night celebrations that San Luis High School did it when we were down there, and then we did it. It's fun to kind of hear what these kids are going to go do, right? That's, that's really cool. So good turnout last night.
Yeah. I mean, they were limited in how many you could have. Each family could have 4 people or something like that. But it was a good showing. We had a couple kids that had to shoot out there right after they got their awards because they were performing in the band concert last night. So.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, very cool. Yeah, so FFA didn't do theirs there last night.
No, and I know they had done theirs earlier in the week, right?
I think last week is when Abby. Yeah. So, okay, and then there was a band concert last night, and band also did theirs separately, or no?
I'm not sure if they've done them already or they're going to do them, but they were listed in the program as other scholarships that the kids will be receiving. So not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, great. Just another great example of our community and the love they have for our school, and more importantly for the kids of the school. So really appreciative of them. And Amanda Miller, our registrar, who you'd never get her on the show, Mike, because she hates being in the limelight at all.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, she does some pretty cool things for our kids in terms of, just 2 examples, this itself, but also in a normal year, and even this year she did it, but in a different way. She gets college representatives to come on our campus, and any grade kid, freshman through senior, it doesn't matter, can sign up for to go and see whoever, a Harvard representative who is there to tell them what it takes to get into Harvard or Cal Poly or whatever. And Normally it's a very popular thing in person. The reps are on campus. They're in a classroom, and students, sign up for it, get out of class and go, and they're able to ask their questions and specific questions about transcripts or what classes do I need to get in or whatever, or college life,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Really gives the kids a vision for the next step, what they might want to do. But then this year, she set them up by way of Zoom. And I don't know. I mean, in a normal year, we might get 30 colleges on campus, but in terms of Zooms, I don't know, 300, 400 colleges.
Wow.
The kids could, Zoom in and meet representatives. And, she had them divided up by region. Here are Southern colleges, if you want to go to, and then a whole list of them and the time frames that they're on, the kind of a general meeting at the beginning, and then breakout rooms to various colleges, and kind of rotating those through if you want to see 2 or 3 of them. Pretty cool thing to help kids who maybe don't know what they want to do or do know what they want to do and just need some help figuring out. So
That's great. So at this point, has every kid made the decision where they're going or what they're doing? Is it?
Probably. I mean, I think your kind of the declaration day has passed if you're going to a university, I think.
Okay.
I would say there's probably some private schools that, smaller private schools perhaps, that are still accepting people. But I think kind of the day that you had to say, yes, I'm in, no, I'm not, I'm pretty sure that's passed for most colleges. Cuesta, Allen Hancock, perhaps some of those with a Cuesta. I know Cuesta's already had their Cuesta day, or I forget what they call it, but kind of that day to help you get things figured out. And it should be noted that not all of our kids are doing the college thing, nor should they. They kind of got to follow your path and your skill set and kind of your desires for life. We've got some kids doing trade school. We've got some kids going straight into business. Like a tradesmanship, an apprenticeship, lots of great things. And that's what they should be doing, if that's kind of what they feel their gifts and skills are. So by no means do everybody have to go to college. But last night was to celebrate those kids who were.
Yeah, that's so cool. And I think it's important too to remember these kids, they put a lot of pressure on themselves, and
Right.
the reality is, like, it's one life that you get, and so you have to kind of pursue what you're feeling called to do, and
Right.
understand that that's going to change too, like, and that's totally okay, right? Yeah. But yeah, these kids, man, it's interesting to see these kids these days are very they're very critical of themselves. They put a lot of pressure on themselves to do well and succeed. And I don't know if it's the generation of parents that they were raised by, or if it's just society as a whole. But man, we didn't think about any of that stuff growing up. It was like, let's just go play basketball and have fun and get some decent grades and figure out, go to college. And like, it wasn't, I mean, there's some world changers coming up,
Yeah. And look at us. I mean, we were out there playing basketball after school, and look at us.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we got a show that's, airing around the world.
Oh, it's global. Yeah. Global show. That's right. Yeah. There's one person watching on each continent right now. No. All right. Well, what else is going on? Any sports? Any?
Yeah. Yesterday and today, kind of slim. Yesterday we had golf. Golf lost to Mission Prep on a very tough course out at Avila. And guys basketball tonight is senior night for guys basketball.
Okay.
This is not the end of their season though. They also play Wednesday and Thursday. And I think I was talking to one of the players yesterday, and I'm not sure if he's done all the numbers right, but they think if they win any of these 3 games, then they advance to CIF or advance to the playoffs. So here's to hoping that's true, but let's win all 3 of them and just,
Yeah. So
that's true.
let's see. Let me pull up the schedule here.
We got Santa Maria tonight, and we have Pioneer Valley on Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
And then tomorrow's a big day. Varsity baseball, girls basketball, guys basketball, girls soccer. Boom, let's go. Playing to get to the finals, right? They're in the Final Four right now.
Oh, it's down at Napomo, huh?
Yeah, playing at Napomo. We tied them the first time. We lost to them the second time in a close battle. So, but we're on a roll. So let's see what happens there. If we win, we go to the finals. And that is, I'm not sure when those finals would be.
Is there anyone that has COVID in Templeton that we could send down to the Napomo High School campus today?
Wow, I know you're kidding on that.
No, I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah. So girls soccer, huge game. I mean, that's it, right? I mean, you're one and done. You lose, you're out. But they're not losing. So we'll just see what happens tomorrow night. And softball is up tomorrow, and that's at home. And then Thursday, we've got varsity basketball and golf. Golf, that's their league tournament, and they're hosting the league tournament out of Hunter. So I kind of think we'd have a little bit of an advantage there since it's our home course. Friday's the Ocean League finals for track, and swim is the Central Section finals. So that's CIF, our section finals.
And that's out at Clovis, huh?
Yeah, and we've got some girls, man. I don't know. We've got Brianna, who's a freshman. She the 100, I think it's the 100 medley and the 400 free that she is in. That's a relay, so there's other people too. They broke the league record over the weekend, and and then she swam the 100 breast, broke the league record, and broke the school record for the 5th time this year. And she's a freshman. So she's swimming, plus others, Claire Opadoll, who's one of our juniors. She's a great swimmer. She's going to be swimming too. So we've got several there at those. And then Emma Zuabe on Friday. She's our last tennis player, still alive. Guys or girls? Last one.
Wow.
And she is playing in the Central Section tournament. So that's Friday, and then Saturday there's more. It's busy, but things are dropping off. We're to the point with some of these that if you lose, you're out.
Yeah, I mean, this is making me sad. I'm looking down at the schedule tabs. There's only one more week left of regular stuff.
Yep.
That's next week. Oh, and that's blank.
Well, that's because he hasn't. Some of these things are based on like basketball, girls and guys basketball, based on the playoffs. Girls tennis will be done either way. It's done Saturday. Swim, I think, is done Saturday. That's CIF finals. So, I mean, that's done. But you still got baseball, softball, basketball playoffs. But that's I don't know, golf, CIF, maybe, but that's pretty much it. So we are definitely wrapping things up, but with a bang here. Yeah.
Wow. So, okay. Well, and then next week is finals week or study week?
Next week, Friday opens finals, and Thursday, Mike, we got senior walk where our kids will be walking from the high school through the elementary. Excited about that. Next Wednesday. So finals Friday. Thursday's a senior walk. Wednesday is the senior awards, our evening for the stars.
Yep.
Where they'll be naming our Eagle of the Year, Principals Award, Scholar Athletes, Valedictorians, all of that, with the associated graduation swag, the medals, the ropes, the stoles, the sashes, all that stuff coming.
So you mentioned yesterday about yearbooks. Are the kids have them in hand yet or no?
No, but they are getting them this week.
Okay.
And there was an email that got sent out to them. There are still some, at least as of yesterday, there were still some yearbooks that were for sale. And there is a little promo video on that we post on Instagram and probably Facebook. I'm not sure, but I can get that to you. That kind of gives it's a little video. It's less than a minute that kind of gives a sneak peek at our actual yearbook. So it's I think it's on the front of School Loop too. I don't know if that's something that you can bring up and do your magic. Have your top-notch tech crew see if they can get that. The title of the yearbook this year is called Through Thick and Thin.
Okay, let's see here.
You see it?
I got it. Do we need volume?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just got some music. It doesn't have any talking, but it's going to be much better if you put the mic there. There you go. So that's the actual inside of ours. So pretty impressive, and credit to Chris Chivens, our yearbook teacher, who had to put a lot of that together all by herself because the kids were at home, and so she was relying on people getting her pictures and reaching out to seniors, especially, and give us those pictures of things you're involved in and club pictures and all that kind of stuff. So still on sale.
So Chris Chivens, forgive me for asking this, male, female, Mrs.?
Female.
Okay. Mrs. Chivens, does she teach anything besides yearbook?
Yeah, boy, she is a well-loved history teacher.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Kids rave about her class.
So cool. Okay, wow. So she's kind of working double duty, getting that thing done and then also regular teaching.
Yep. So we'd really recommend people buying those. Again, that's kind of as they last. And you can purchase them right off the front of School Loop. There's a link. You can buy it from the online store.
Okay.
And those are getting delivered this week, different days for different grade levels. So
got it.
It's coming out.
Well, good deal. All right. Well, what else? You got to get going?
Yeah, I'm out. I got to go. But, hey, always a little slice of heaven being on your show. And Anthony, great seeing you.
Good seeing you too, Mr. Matt.
Keeping our, I know you always have your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the community. So
always. Yeah. Awesome. All right, Mr. Matt.
All right. Take
have
care.
A good day. See ya.
All right. Thanks. See ya.
All right. See ya.
All right, Matt McFarland, Templeton ASB Advisor, Activities Director, and the Ambassador of Awesomeness. Yes, that's Mr. Mack. As he's winding down his school year, it's funny, his job literally never stops. He's got planning for next year that he's already doing. We've got incoming freshmen that have to have all of these activities that are set up for them to make them feel welcome. Mr. Mack does all of that. Like it's just it's a 363 day a year job. The other 2 days are his Christmas and his wife's birthday. Other than that, it's just pedal to the metal. So we super appreciate him. And I've said this before, but you have those teachers in your life that you just will always remember.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Mr. Mack is one of those teachers that these kids are always going to remember. So super awesome guy. It makes me wish I went to Templeton in the 2020s.
I went to the Templeton School District in my school in Victoria. I went from K to 4, and in the summer of, I think it was 2005, 2006, I went to Paso, and the rest is history.
Okay, huh? Interesting. Now, is it true that you got kicked out of Templeton schools?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I don't know who you heard that rumor from.
No, you guys just moved. You moved.
Yeah, we moved. Can't remember what exactly happened. I mean, it wasn't bad. We just moved. I think it was because my brother and I were getting older, and we just needed more space, I guess, or something.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. It's funny is like growing up here, we didn't even, I've said this in the past, but we never went to Templeton for anything. I went to AJ Spurs once a year if I got good grades. That was it. But it's like we moved a lot growing up. I mean, I lived in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses between preschool and my senior year. Not once did we ever go, nah, we should go look in Templeton to see if there's any houses. Like, we just never went to Templeton. It was just always Paso.
Yeah, no, growing up and everything in Templeton, we would always be in Paso. It was weird. It's like when my parents were still together, they worked there, and like July and August, like the end of July into early August was kind of like their time in Poe, and like and like it was like pretty much like the most time that they were ever in Paso, like together. And so so they worked the fair for several years in security. So they just did that, and obviously kind of a staple of Paso is the park. So we would always be at the park, just hanging out, or going to Walmart. Walmart's been in Paso forever, so or going to Target, just either one. So yeah, so we would always be in Paso doing something.
Yeah, I was gonna pull up a picture to share with you guys, see if I could find it. Paso. Bear with me. Where did you go to elementary school? You went to Templeton Elementary?
Let's see. Went to Templeton from to I think it's 2. And then I went to Vineyard from 3 or 4, and then from 4 on, I went to Virginia Peterson and Paso for 5th grade.
Oh,
and then I went to Flamson, and then obviously on to the high school. So
okay. I went to Georgia Brown. I found a picture yesterday of me at Georgia Brown, and I'm looking for it. I'm trying to pull it up here. Do you know? Are they shutting Georgia Brown down? Is that the rumor?
They're not. That's been subject to many board meetings as of late. Per Kurt DeBoer.
You go to those board meetings, or you just listen to them?
I don't go to them. I watch them on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Just to kind of keep up with what's going on in Paso with school district. So, no, Kurt DeBoer said, or for those of you that don't know who Kurt DeBoer is, he's the superintendent for Paso schools. So, he said a couple of weeks ago that that it was just an idea. It wasn't like it was going to happen, like it's going to happen on June 21st or whatever. It was just an idea, but with social media, that kind of brought it up, and it just made a whole bunch of people mad and stuff.
Dude, so when I was growing up, Adam Solomini piped in and said, "Glenn Speck in the house." Yep. I was down in the slums there in Georgia Brown, where all these other kids were living it up at Glenn Speck, So I remember back in 1986, I think it was 85, 86, when they built the bus depot at Georgia Brown. It was like a big deal, this huge bus depot, this big like octagon looking weird. They probably still have it. Let's see. Let me get the street view of Georgia Brown. Georgia Brown. Man, I had such great memories of Georgia Brown Elementary School. It was we had this principal that came in. Well, the first principal I had, her name was Dr. Kazarian. Like, doesn't that just sound like a character from like a children's book?
Yep.
Dr. Kazarian, right?
Yep.
And I kind of remember what she looked like, kind of don't. I don't know what ever happened to Dr. Kazarian, but she was there briefly, like maybe a year or two, and then Bart Ellerbrook, another character of a name.
Do you
Bart Ellerbrook,
do you
great
remember?
teacher
Do you
or
remember
great principal.
the storybook as a kid? Well, you're much older than I am, but
Watch your mouth.
A story by the name of Miss Viola Swamp.
Oh yeah,
You know that story. It scared the bejesus out of me several times.
uh-huh.
Because it's like I think I started reading it in like the second grade, and
Dr. Kevorkian, no, Kazarian, Adam. All right, here's the octagon. Sorry, I'm listening to your story, but I'm also searching for the
no problem.
the bus depot. That when this thing was built, man, it was a huge deal. Look at that thing. Yeah, like we couldn't wait to hang out in the new little bus depot.
Yeah.
Now I look at it, it's like, what is it?
Is that still there?
Yeah, it's still there. Why did they build this? Like, what was the purpose for this?
I can't tell you.
To have a shaded area for the kids to hang out and wait for the bus. Literally, you could fit 20 kids in there. But it's
Maybe
like, now they got like bars on it, on the windows. They made it into like a room.
Maybe it's for like to keep people out of the rain and stuff, or it was. That was probably the purpose of it. Yeah.
Let me see if I can get a satellite view here. I'm gonna take you on a tour real quick of Georgia Brown. I see. How do I turn this? Can I turn it? No. All right. So this is over here is where we used to line up. This area right here.
Mm-hmm.
Every class would have to line up and wait at the bell. Ernest Hall. Ernest, if you're watching, Ernest owns Dub's Green Garden and a bunch of different cannabis businesses here in town. Ernest is an awesome dude. Him and I, like, he would go to J&J's before school and buy packs of Now and Laters. And then when we were in line, he would sell the Now and Laters for like 25 cents a pop. Like, he'd buy the whole pack for 50 cents, but then he would sell individuals for 25 cents each. And so every kid, while we were waiting in line, was like buying these Now and Laters from Ernest. What's funny is he used to buy candy and resell it, and then he started buying weed and reselling it. And now it's like a legitimate business. But Ernest is he's been an entrepreneur since he was 6 years old. That freaking stud.
I was going to say, he's been a businessman all his life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. So that's where we used to buy candy from Ernest. Over here, this was not there. That looks like almost like a building now. That wasn't there. I remember in second grade, I said the F word. I said the F word out at recess, and I was wearing a white T-shirt and blue jeans, a plain white T-shirt. Adam says Kevin Hill and I would do that with candy. That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. Right? It's like the kids that were allowed to go to the liquor store to buy candy would go get it, and the kids that weren't allowed to go to the liquor store would buy the candy from the kids that were able to go to the store. Anyways, so right here, I said the F word in second grade, and I'll never forget Mrs. Anderson, who I love dearly, and I still keep in touch with her. She was Christina, my sister's teacher at the time, I think, or it was third grade. And she came up, and I was crying, and she said, "What's wrong?" I said the F word, and she's like, "Well, you're not in trouble. Don't worry." So I remember wearing a white T-shirt. I was wearing a white T-shirt. I don't know. All right, so that's that area right here. Over here in this corner, This was where we would play marbles.
Mm.
This was all dirt back then, and it was like marble madness. We would trade marbles. You never played marbles. You're 5. Yeah,
No, I never
yeah,
played marbles.
yeah. Back before we had like Game Boys and all those things that electronics, kids played with marbles. Like
Mm.
that's
Mm.
just it's freaking like it's like there was no electronics or anything. It was just like we had a shiny round object and we would throw it at another kid's shiny round object, and if you hit it you got to keep it. Like that
Yeah.
was marbles. um so yeah, this is where we played marbles. Wow. Okay, over here, right in this area, Mandy Hefner, and I think it's second grade again. Mandy Hefner grabbed me and scraped my arm in second grade.
Mm.
I still have the scar. I'm gonna let me see if I can see it. It kind of fades in the where is it? There it is. It's right here. It's like right here. Can't really see it on the camera, but I'll never forget Mandy Hefner. Girls were chasing boys, and I got caught by Mandy, and she just like had her hand and she just scratched me, and this scar it's right. Where is it? There. It was there forever. That was Mandy Hefner. Over here in this area, this is my tour of Georgia Brown, by the way, if in case you're just joining me. I got hit in the head with a frisbee over here.
Mm.
Um, and remember the plastic frisbees? Like if they got scuffed on the blacktop or something, they would create these little tiny like edges that were sharp.
Yep.
Well, dude, I had a frisbee coming towards me, and I thought I was gonna catch it, but I don't know. I think I did catch it, but it came and I like went, whoosh, and the
Mm.
frisbee sliced open my eyelid,
Mm.
and it was bleeding, and that happened right here. And then I had to go to the nurse's office, which was over in this building right here, somewhere around there. Um, yeah, and then let's see what else over here. This is where all the cool kids hung out in this, right under this tree right here. It's like the thing about that tree right there was that it was so far away from like all the classes. The teachers never went out there.
Mhm.
And so it was like you knew if you could go out to that tree, like, hey, I'll meet you out at the tree. Like you just knew that you were going to get away with murder out there because like no, the teachers never policed it. It's super blurry. Um, that's that area right there.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could make it out to the tree, man, without your teacher seeing, you were like, yeah, let's go. Woo. All right. So the swing sets were over here. I never was able to get on them because the line was too long. And then you always had like the kid that was like super good at swinging who just kind of like kept, hogged. We called it hogged. He swing
Mhm.
hogged it. Right.
Yep.
The basketball courts, Mr. Howe, God rest his soul, he passed away last year. Jim
Mm.
Howe taught me how to play basketball on these courts. And he was my third grade teacher. Let's see here. Third grade, yeah. Jerome Thomas came in fourth grade. Jerome was like dunking on 8-foot hoops in fifth grade. It was ridiculous. Um, let's see here. Yeah, man, good memories. Good memories. Oh, so yeah, that's Georgia Brown. I sure hope they don't close that. That would be
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. No. Dr. DeBose said that it was just an idea. Like no plans are in the works. But like I said, it was more of the social media that kind of brought that up and
Mhm.
made it
Yeah,
than what it was.
yeah. I'd chain myself up to the bus depot there and protest.
In protest.
Yeah, you imagine. If I did like this mass call out to everybody who went to Georgia Brown to do it, and then nobody showed up except for me.
I would imagine that you'd probably try to do the show out there while you were doing it.
Oh, I would. I'd
Yeah.
live stream for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I want to see that picture. Where is that picture? Georgia Brown. Oh, I know where that picture is. I know where that picture is. I think. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. Hey, did you sign up for my new thing that I did?
I saw it, but I didn't have time to look at it
Dude.
yesterday.
Yeah, so basically what I've started to do is kind of collect my thoughts on paper.
Mhm.
And so I put them down in like a blog site, but it's going to go out as an update, as a newsletter to people. So you could sign up for the newsletter, and let's see here, all your designs, templates. Where did I see it? Yeah, so if you go and sign up for that newsletter, you can.
So it's basically just your thoughts, but just on a newsletter.
Oh yeah, way to downplay it. No, it's awesome. Okay, here's the picture. How do I download original? There we go. Okay, I'm downloading it. Georgia Brown. Oh, I guess I could have just searched for it. Georgia Brown T. Georgia Brown T. Yeah, we'll talk about my newsletter here. But let me just share the screen. Bam. Georgia Brown Broncos.
That's you? Oh,
There
wow.
it is. That's me. Yeah, we used to have, oh, dude, what I wouldn't give to find one of these shirts right now. Mr. Bockelman, Dave Bockelman, Mr. B, he's in town still. I bet you anything he's got 3 of these. I would hope he would. And then that's a hat. That's a Georgia Brown Broncos hat too. Trucker hats, man. Back then, that was all we had was trucker hats. But yeah, that's me. That's me. I'll bet I could fit in that shirt right now if I had it.
I'd like to see you try.
Yeah. So the Georgia Brown Broncos aren't the Broncos anymore.
I think they're the Bears, I think.
Are they the Bears?
Or no, that may be I think that's Pat Butler. I'm not sure what the I think maybe the Tigers. I'm not sure.
Dude, I just thought of something. Let's do this. Let's I'm going to build this. Hard to do this when I'm sharing the screen.
Save Georgia Brown.
Let's just make it like we'll just do a social media blitz with just like this flyer, and then basically we'll just say stuff like, "Hey, do you want this kid to not have a school anymore?" And the funny thing is, the kid's 43 years old now. No, you're not feeling it. You're not feeling it. Come on, it'll be a fun internet prank.
That would be pretty funny, though.
It'd be a good prank, right? That would be pretty funny. That I'm going to change that to my profile pic. That's my new profile pic. Save Georgia Brown. Let me just take a screenshot of this. There it is. All right, I got it.
Mike, you are going to cause social media unrest if you do that.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no. So, all right, going back, Josh Aston's going to be in, I think, at 8:15-ish. But yeah, so I did this thing. I'm going to pull it up. Basically created a blog / newsletter that is, it's called Mike Brady's Head. And so you can go to mikebrady.substack.com. Let's see here. Let me put this in the chat. Mike newsletter. Mike's newsletter. It is the chat in there. The link is in there. Adam says, remember the track days for the elementary schools? Adam, yes, it was called the Taco Bell track meet. I remember it well. I was one of the members of the relay team, the 440 relay. And I was the slowest one. So they'd put me first. And then you'd have like Jerome Thomas was always the last one because he would just get it and catch up to everybody and beat them. But I'm trying to remember who else. I might have had Sean Sheridan on that team. I mean, I was definitely the weak link. There was nothing athletic about me ever. In fact, there's still nothing athletic about me. So I was the guy that got the awards for heart. You knew like if you're getting the heart award, you're like, okay. Yeah, so basically, okay, I get it, coach.
For just being there,
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got flaxseed in my teeth. Yeah, so the Mike Brady newsletter, it's called Mike Brady's Head. Click on the link, subscribe to it. But basically, this first one I did is kind of breaking down some of the tools that I'm using. Kind of gives you an update as to what I'm doing, and then it talks about some of the tools I use to do some of the stuff. So, like for instance, tools of the trade, right? So I use Canva to create profile pics, graphics, logos, and other marketing images. Teespring is where I built my swag shop. Restream is where we're this platform that we're on right now, doing this live broadcast on Facebook and YouTube is on Restream. Iriun IRIUN is the platform that turns my cell phone into a webcam, right? It's a wireless device. So that's that. Linktree is on my Instagram where I have all the links to all of my pages. Patreon is where I've started to set up to build a place where people can contribute to support the Mike Brady media stuff. OnSong is my program that I use to, pull my sheet music together for shows, all kinds of stuff. What I'm drinking right now, what I'm listening to, the fitness challenge, it kind of breaks it down. Anyways, every newsletter that goes out is going to be a little different, but that's just this first one that I put out yesterday. So yeah, you should definitely sign up for that. And the contest that I'm running is if you are the 100th subscriber, Anthony will come over to your house and cook shish kebabs for you. No? I think that's a good contest, right?
Yeah, give or take.
Give or take. All right, so let's look at your dinner last night. Did you texted that to me, right?
I did.
All right, let's pull this up here. All right. Here we go. This looks money. So Anthony redeemed himself after eating 17,000 calories of chicken strips and chicken salad and mac and cheese. Mixed up a little roughage in his diet last night. Are these steak or pork? What is that?
It's steak.
That's steak?
Mm-hmm.
And then where do you get these?
I got those at Albertsons as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. Those are good chunks of steak, aren't they?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
I do have to admit, you said last night that you shouldn't put any hot sauce or
I didn't. No. I didn't say hot sauce.
Or whatever you said.
I said barbecue or ketchup. Barbecue or ketchup. So, which the thing is, I freaking love barbecue sauce. I'll put barbecue sauce on everything if I could, but super high in sugar. That's why I
So,
say ketchup and barbecue sauce. No, no bueno.
so,
What'd you put?
but what I did do
Okay, here we go.
is I did put some Famous Dave's seasoning on the
Yep.
whole thing just to give it a little spice,
Mm-hmm.
because everything has to have a little spice when it comes into my house. So I did have to put a
What
little
is it
bit
like
of
a Famous Dave's
rib
barbecue rub?
rub. Yeah, it was a rib rub. Yeah.
Rib rub. Let's see here. Okay.
So there you dissecting the rib rub. Okay, here we go. Here we
Let's see.
go.
Oh, secret ingredients. Here, yeah, look at the first ingredient. The first ingredient. This might as well say cancer causer. Secret ingredients: cancer causer, salt, dehydrated garlic, dehydrated. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love it. It's good,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, dude, your body's gonna go into shock, man. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, so you had these. All right, so you did the Famous Dave's rib rub.
Mhm.
You basically put you didn't put barbecue sauce on, but you put the dried version of barbecue sauce on.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, so all right, and what else did you have with this?
That was it. I just had those.
Okay.
There was no room for anything else. I ate 4 out of the 5. After the show, I'm gonna have the 5th one, and then that's gonna be my breakfast. So
You have any eggs?
no, I don't.
Oh, I was gonna say, man, I'd throw them in a pan and fry some eggs up. What do you call it? Scramble some eggs with them.
Yeah,
Chop up that meat, make a little scramble with it.
yeah, that would be nice. Yeah,
Hmm. Oh yeah. All right. So that's what? How much does that cost? A packet of 5. You
like
remember?
$29 or something like that.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, they're expensive. Um, which pretty much everything at Albertsons is expensive anyway.
Those are
But
$29.
for those 5, yes.
Okay. Let's look at this here. 1 bell pepper, maybe 2 bell peppers total. Half an onion, and like 1 big steak. Dude, that's a lot of money. You're basically paying like $5 per stick.
Basically,
Holy smokes. But they're good, right? And you're
yeah.
not buying them every day.
No, no, it was. I mean, I I kind of buy out like that every once in a while,
Mhm.
probably once a month, but that's about it. So it's not all the time.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Well, there you go. So Famous Dave's. Yeah, I mean, I right now I'm seasoning everything I eat with just salt and pepper and garlic. Like those are
Mhm.
the 3 seasons that I'm using. I'm making my own salad dressing right now, which is super good. Maybe I'll put that recipe on my little newsletter next. I'm doing I'm doing lemon. I got some lemon juice, real lemons, like not fake lemon juice,
Mhm.
real lemons. I'm taking some avocado oil.
Mm.
I'm taking some ground mustard seed, and I'm taking some just chili, like some like dried chili,
Mhm.
and then I'm doing salt, and I'm mixing it all together, and that's my salad dressing. It's so good.
That sounds good. Yeah.
It's super good. Yeah. My mom, my mom texted me the other day, "Hey, Mikey, can you send me the recipe for your salad dressing?" I'm like, "That's when you know if mom's asking you for your recipe, then you
Yep.
did something right."
Yep. Yep.
So, and dude, I'm like the last guy in the world that would be cooking.
Mhm.
But I will say that in the past 6 months, I've kind of gone in more of that and
Yeah,
prepping my own stuff.
Yeah, we have a family friend of ours. He's not watching the show, but his name is Percy Mayfield. He's kind of like my long lost uncle. Like you know how like you have like your parents and they have like certain friends that they're always like hanging around with and stuff like that, and
Yeah, yeah.
they always have over like he's that dude.
Mhm.
Percy's that dude. And so um he grew up with my dad. They both grew up here in Paso, been friends like basically all of their life, and he lives in Calabasas, and whenever we stop in Calabasas, it's at his house, and
Right.
so he's kind of like the chef of, I guess you can call it, of our family and stuff like that. So it's like whenever we go over there, he has us like try all these different things and all that stuff, and and he's like you. He's lost a tremendous amount of weight. So,
Right.
but he says that he can't see it, and it's like, okay, well, you know, like 2 months ago, you were kind of bigger than what you are now, but you're slimmer now. So,
Hmm,
and
hmm.
that's 2 months later. So, so kind of a cooking thing. I kind of try to take after him, but he has like his own like chef business and catering that he does up in the LA area.
Oh,
So
okay.
so that's what he does. So
Interesting. What kind of style food does he do? Do you know?
he'll do anything you want.
Anything.
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
I have the good fortune of having a lot of friends that are super good cooks.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, out of this world phenomenal cooks. And just in the last year or so, I've kind of started to, you know, cook more and more. My wife is, Allison's an amazing cook, and she's always, it's like you don't want to get in the kitchen to make a mess. And she's just always got it all planned out anyway. So, but I've started doing more and more of the cooking here recently, and I don't mind it. Um, but I mean, I would love, like, if I could, if I had the time, I'd be out like in front of my smoker every day, all day, like smoking meats for 20 hours,
Hmm.
like real wood smoker, adding wood to the fire, just kind of, because I just love smoked barbecue. That's my favorite. Texas style smoked barbecue is my absolute favorite cuisine. I think if I could own a restaurant, that's what it would be. It would be uh, uh, a variation of Texas style barbecue and Paso style, like, you know, slow cooked smoked tri tips.
Hmm.
Mm, mouth watering. How come nobody does? All right, this is the other thing with Paso and Templeton, dude. Literally, you cannot go anywhere to get dinner after 9 p.m. I mean, and I'm not talking fast food. Like, I'm talking sit down restaurant, like reasonable food. Like,
Hmm.
the only place that we are finding that's open for serving after 9 is Street Side
Hmm.
in Paso. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, how is there not a cheap barbecue joint on every corner, or that you can go get street tacos, tri-tip sandwich, just Paso style food, like run up, grab a beer, street tacos, tri-tip sandwich, maybe some fries, $20, boom. Like, how is that not available? Right?
It's just not. Yeah.
It's freaking crazy. It's
Yeah.
insane. So, anyways, that's my big issue right now.
Well, that, and you're doing the 75-day hard challenge.
Oh, dude. Well, that's the other thing is I have to kind of manipulate. If we go out to eat somewhere, I have to kind of change what I'm ordering, and
Yeah.
special requests, and then it's just like. But I will say, at Street Side on Saturday night, I went with Allison after Abby's show, and I I got a hamburger, and it was it had a gluten-free bun.
Hmm.
I haven't had a piece of bread in 57 days. Like it was like that was the first piece of bread I've had that was gluten-free. It was delicious.
Hmm.
I thought it was great. The texture was different. It didn't have as much airy bounce in the bun, right?
Yeah.
It was just more of a condensed bun. But I like those anyways. Like I used to be the guy that got the piece of wheat bread and smashed it down and made it like a church wafer, you know,
Yep.
like,
Yep.
and eat it like that, like because I just like the way it tastes better. But yeah, I'm baffled by the fact that you can't get a super like local cheap good meal after 9 p.m. anywhere.
Maybe you have to start it.
Mm, mm. That's a recipe for divorce
Ooh.
for sure. I mean, yeah, that would not go over well. But
Well,
I'd be down.
well, at least
I'd
you
be,
know that. At least you know that.
yeah. Oh no, for sure. Yeah, I'd love to. That's it's always been a dream of mine to have a restaurant to have a place where people can congregate and they feel a sense of community and they feel welcome. Um, yeah, I would love that, but maybe in a different life, another life. I'm more focused now on this more than
Mhm.
anything. So, restaurant would probably not be good for any of that. But all right, it's 8:26. Is Mr. Aston coming in at 8:30? I thought he was coming in at 8:15, but let me see here. Sent Josh. Oh, it is 8:15, but he's not in yet. All right, I'm gonna run. You do some news updates. I'm gonna go get some more coffee and relieve myself. But give us some news updates.
All right, sure. All right, so this is my show for at least the next 5 minutes. So, for those of you that don't know, my name is Anthony Reed, and I run Paso Incidents in Action. And so, kind of what I contribute to the show is a news a news segment, and so I bring news from Paso Robles, Tascadero, and the sheriff's department, and just anywhere, just in between. So nothing really going on right now. It is um, uh, Tuesday, May 25th. Today actually marks the 25-year anniversary, or marks 25 years that Kristen Smart has been missing. So I know that KSBY this evening at 6:30 is going to be doing a special segment in regards to that. And so we'll kind of see what that is at that time. Looking at the CSP website, they aren't reporting anything suspicious or anything newsworthy. So that's always good. Yeah, so nothing really going on with the police department, Paso Police Department either at the moment. So, which is good. And so, yeah, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to text me or call me at 805-423-1541. That's my cell phone number. I always have it on me. So if I don't answer or reply to your text, I will. Just give me time. So, yeah, so that's what I contribute to the show. And here's Mike.
All right, I'm sure whatever you said
Mike,
was
turn your mic on.
awesome. Oh, am I off? Testing 1 2. Can you hear me?
Turn
Let's
your mic
see.
on. Oh, so he went away again. So I couldn't hear him. So, yeah, so that's what I contribute to the show. So just kind of a news outlet. Just I bring the highlights. I don't try to beat the dead horse when it comes to stories, and I don't try to be like the Debbie Downer or anything like that. I just bring the news and share it with no bias. So yeah, follow me also on Instagram as well. Just type in Paso Robles incidents, and it should come up. And it's not a private profile; it's a public profile, so anyone can go on there and follow me. And also, you can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook as well. Paso Robles incidents /action. So that's my page. That's the page that's most active every day. So different stuff from the case from a newsworthy standpoint as far as that goes. So yeah, that's kind of the background on me. So I've been in Paso for the last from my whole life. So yeah, I really enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. So I enjoy the incident page, which is coming up on its year in July. So July 2nd, it'll be its 5th year. So we're excited about that. And Mike's going to help me with some merchandise. And Mike, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me
back.
now?
I can.
I got lost in the vortex of this World Wide Web. I see Josh Aston is in the waiting room. So let's bring him on, and then we'll recap what I missed.
Okay.
All right, let me boom, 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 boom. Mr. Aston, there's his heading. And hey, Josh, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. Thank you for
Awesome.
having me.
Yeah. Hey, no problem. Yeah. You know Anthony. Have you guys ever met?
I don't know if I've introduced myself, but I always catch his comments in his segment, the last few minutes of it. So
awesome. Good deal. All right. So I won't keep you too long. I know that you've got a busy next week or two here. So we had scholarship night last night. We have gosh, we've got a lot going on right now. What have you been up to?
Yeah. So last night was our scholarship night. We had a number of students that received scholarships. Over $50,000 worth of scholarships were handed out. It was just amazing. It was a really fun night to see not only the accomplishments of our students, and we had some students that received some awesome, amazing scholarships, but also to see the generosity of our community and different organizations throughout the community that give as much as they do. It's interesting to see that, they're giving this amount of money to Templeton students, and a lot of these organizations do it for students all across the county.
Yeah.
And it's really, really, I don't know, heartwarming, I guess is the right word, to know that the community cares that much about our youth and the future of our youth. So anyway, it was really cool last night. Because of scholarship night, I missed our band had their spring concert. So we're, plowing forward with music. They did a spring concert in the Quad. I understand it went really well. I circled back with Mr. Landers this morning just to see how it went. He said, well, there were some technical difficulties with the soundboard, but he said overall a really good event last night. And
good.
Yeah, and we had our FFA banquet last week. I think you were there, right?
I wasn't. My daughter was.
Your daughter was. Okay, yeah. So Abby was there, and that was a success. They provided dinner and did it out on the football field, and it worked out really well. And I'll be honest, myself and the secretaries in the office, we were saying we're going to borrow that model for Evening for the Stars, how they had that red carpet down there with the podium and use the grandstand. We're going to do really something similar for Evening for the Stars. And then I also had the privilege Sunday evening. My daughter and I went to the District 7 rodeo banquet and got to honor our rodeo student athletes. Was really just a fun event. And
now, where was that? Where did that take place?
That was at the Madonna Inn Expo Center. Yeah, so we went down there, and my daughter said, "Oh, I thought it would be paper plates. This is fancy, because it had, it was Madonna Inn." So is your daughter how old? She'll turn 11 in the day before graduation.
And is she showing any interest at all in rodeo?
She does. She's the one that I mentioned about Lori Crow. She rides horses with
Yeah.
Lori Crow every week, and or maybe it's every other week. But anyway, she does. She likes to ride. So that's why I took her to the banquet. I said, you can see some of the kids that do the rodeo, and
yeah, very cool. Well, that's fun. So, and that was all of District 7, right? So there was
correct. Yeah.
all the teams were there, and
Mhm.
okay. And how did they do as far as their setup goes? Was it outside or indoors?
No, it was in that big expo center area,
Oh,
indoor area,
Yep.
and they're just spread out. And
Nice. Good. Okay. And then, so for the rest of this week, we've got a couple sporting events happening. Kids are, I know Emma Zuabi is our last standing tennis player. So
yeah,
we're all rooting for her.
she's still rocking it. So
Yeah.
And soccer too. Girls soccer is still alive and in the hunt.
Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow down in Napomo, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So let's wish them the best of luck. That would be great to get through Napomo.
Mhm.
Well, cool. And then next week we've got senior walk, and then finals start next Friday. How's the summer school prep going?
Summer school's looking really good. We're filling up. Got quite a few students already basically enrolled. They're tracking who's going to be there, and I think it'll be a big success.
Good. That's great. And the official start date of classes for summer school is?
Ooh, you asked me the hard questions.
Sorry.
It's not. It is. I believe. What am I in? It is June. I think 17th or 18th, something like that.
Okay. All right. And are you, I guess, assuming that there's some type of crazy announcement on June 15th for the state to just go back to normalcy, are you prepared to do that with summer school, or are we just planning kind of as a modified version, safety wise, precautions and all that?
So summer school, the plan is to have students here. They're going to be working through some digital curriculum, but they'll be here on campus, working with a teacher that's here. So the plan is to make it, make it a pretty normal summer school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the one thing we're hoping is, we can forego the temperature checks. We've been doing that for, and I don't mean to speak ill of it, but we've been doing it since we came back, brought kids back, and no kid has had a high fever as they've come through. The parents have done a great job, if the student's not feeling well, just keeping them home. And so hopefully we don't need to go through that.
Now, I do know that we had quite a few kids out in the last couple of weeks with some quarantining, just precautionary quarantines. Those numbers, were they higher than expected, lower? I mean, is there anything that you can attribute that to?
Well, it's just what it boils down to is the TUSD health staff works in conjunction with the San Luis Obispo County Department of Public Health.
Mhm.
So they because SLO Public Health can't do all the contact tracing, our nurses take over that responsibility. They're the ones that talk to the kids, talk to the parents, to see if who had the exposure. It's nothing that we didn't anticipate. We knew that there would be some cases that would pop up, and we knew that because we brought kids back and we've got kids in pretty close proximity, there's going to be some quarantines. So, so I don't think it's anything that unusual, but
Sure.
But just something that we had anticipated, and up until just a couple of weeks ago, we'd kind of skirted around it. We hadn't really had to have we hadn't had to do very many quarantines, and so it was something we were prepared for.
And obviously, in the event that it's a quarantine of a senior that is, I mean, let's say a bubble graduator, right? You guys are taking every precaution and doing everything you can to make sure you're setting that student up for success, and
absolutely
giving them the best opportunity to just get their stuff done, right?
Yeah, one of the benefits of that's inherent in the system that the educational system model that we're currently using is that they shouldn't miss a beat. They should be able to zoom into their classes. They should be able to get all of their assignments through through Google Classroom and things like that. So we're making sure that they still have access to their classes.
Good.
I will say, if I can throw this out to the public, as we get close to graduation, we really want the seniors to be careful, because we don't want anybody to not be able to participate in all of the the senior events, especially graduation on the 10th. So I just strongly encourage everyone to just be really, really safe and smart about what they're doing. Mask up, and if you're going to be in close proximity with somebody, and if you're indoors, and just so we can get through that graduation, we can have everybody there, all of our seniors.
Yeah, no, that's good advice. Okay, so as far as staffing goes for next year, are we making any headway in progress with adding staff, or where are we at in that process?
Yeah, this is definitely the season of hiring. We've got a couple of positions that we've done interviews for where we're still in the process of hiring. We don't have any official announcements yet, but we are working through the process. And so we should know very shortly, and that's something that I'll definitely let the public know about. We'll make an announcement with our new hires as soon as we get them.
And have any new positions been added? I know that a couple weeks ago, or 3 or 4 weeks ago now, when the district started flying some of these positions, there was a whole host of, it was a big list. Have any been added in the last week or two?
For THS, no, nothing new that we hadn't already previously posted, but we are looking to get some more campus supervisors just to help with supervision of the campus. So we'll hopefully hire a couple more
cool.
people to help with supervision for breaks and lunch and stuff like that. But we part of the COVID relief money that we've received, we're gonna have some credit recovery sections as well for our students to be able that some of those students that may need to make up some classes, we'll be able to offer 2 or 3 sections of that they can get into that class and make some of those credits up.
Awesome. Okay, well, good deal. And then the campus supervisors are like a part-time role that
I think it's 6 hours a day, something like that, or
right.
five and a half, something like that.
And those are just kind of monitoring out and about, making sure kids are staying on campus, people are staying off campus, and
and right now we have one, Lynn Shaner, who's campus supervisor extraordinaire, and she fills in wherever. Like she's just team player, so she helps with the supervision, then she comes in the office, helps in the office, and then she does a great job. So we'd love to be able to get some more folks to help out with that.
Okay. All right. One last question. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I will. Mr. Mack is really lobbying to get a little overhaul in the foyer of the basketball gym. Has he hit you up about that yet?
No, not yet. I understand that. It's kind of our storage room right now.
Right. He's like, man, we just need to, because it won't take a lot, just a little elbow grease and just kind of reconfiguring here. And but does the school have any? Are there any big kind of modifications or construction plans kind of that you guys are working through?
One of the things that was in the initial bond and for set aside for THS was the revamp of the locker pods that are located just off the multipurpose room as you're going up to the practice field. That's still a project that is going to be completed. I'm not 100% sure on the timeline for that. Right. But the north side of the locker pod will become the weight room. It'll be enclosed. And then the south side will become like a student union building. And so those are still projects that are pending. You'll have to maybe hit Aaron on that one to see, what the timeline is for that, or you could get Randy Botts, the new MOT director, on it. He could tell you everything that he's been working on.
Awesome. Yeah, we might have to do that. So cool. Okay. Anything else you want to get out to the public before we let you go today?
Well, just I want to clarify one thing I had sent out last week. schedules for the last 2 weeks of school. Now those schedules, it got a little bit confusing. Those schedules are for the in-person students. The last 2 weeks of school, all the students that are in person are going to be in person every day that we have school. So we've got Memorial Day. You know, there's only a 4-day week because of Memorial Day. All 4 days will be in person. The next week we go Monday through Thursday, which is the last week of school. All four of those days will be in person. Now the distance learning students still remain in distance learning. They still are zooming into their classes, and they are not required to be on campus. So I sent that out last night in my touch points, but also I just wanted to get on here and clarify that.
Yeah.
And I understand the way I did it was a little confusing. So or maybe a lot confusing. So I need to apologize for that, because that was meant for the in-person students. They're going to be in person those last 2 weeks every single day.
And that makes sense. Okay. Well, yeah, thanks for that clarification. Just out of curiosity, what are the numbers? How many students are distance learning still? Is it?
We've got about 175-ish, give or take a few.
So that's quite a bit then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's a significant number.
Yeah. The incoming freshman class next year is above 200, right? It's 230 or something. Is that what I heard?
I think the last I saw, I mean, and this is kind of a fluid number, 215, 216, something like that. But yeah, significantly larger than normal. Like normally we're right at 185, 190 for a class. So I mean, to add 20 or 30 kids it presents some logistical challenges, but things that we're ready to tackle.
It's exciting that there's that many students that want to come into the district and be a part of what we're doing. So
yeah, and we're always open to more students that feel like Templeton's a great place to be, because it is a great place to be. So I don't know how many listeners from outside of the Templeton area listen, but we are a great place, and we welcome anybody that wants to do an interdistrict transfer.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, I guess I can use this platform to say we're open to really good athletes too.
Sure. Yeah. And top-notch student. No. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
No, we're open. Cool. We're open to those folks that just feel like it'll be a good fit for their students.
100%. Yeah. Well, cool. All right, Josh. Well, I appreciate you coming on today, and I hope you have a good rest of the week.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Thanks as always. Thanks for having me.
See ya. Bye. All right, Josh Aston, the principal at THS. He's a sweet guy. I love that guy. And the kids, we're lucky to have him. He's a great leader for our kids. He's the exact right temperament and leadership style I think that this community needs and embraces. So thanks, Mr. Aston, for everything that you do. So, Anthony, don't you wish that you would have gone through Templeton schools? I mean, let's be honest.
No comment.
Hey, who was the principal when you were going through Paso?
Randy Nelson.
Randy Nelson. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Last I heard of him, he was teaching at Independence High School, which is just across the street from the high school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
cool.
I guess the year after I graduated, he actually he started out as a teacher at the high school, and then took the administrative role and became the principal, and then he went back to teaching. I think the year after I graduated, so that might have been 2014. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, hold the phone real quick. I forgot I put the water on. It's probably boiling over. Stand by.
All right, so Mike went to go deal with that. So, yeah, it was a great show today. As we're kind of nearing the end of it, it's 8:50. So, yeah, so a great show today. It's Tuesday, May 25th. Like I said, today it marks 25 years of Kristen Smart's disappearance. And so, like I said, KSBY is going to be broadcasting some sort of a tribute to her and her family over the last 25 years. So stay tuned for that at 6:30 tonight on KSBY. So Mike went to go deal with some situation with his coffee water. So did you get it? Is everything okay?
Dude, my wife saved the day. She got it handled. And I just walked into this back into this room, and it smells like a it smells like farmer's market. But if farmer's market were to be like you left the stuff sitting out in the sun for 3 weeks,
That doesn't
like,
smell good.
no, dude, it's that shake. I finished it, that smoothie. I'm almost done with it. I got a little left on the bottom, just a little bit. Mm. Ah, yep, there you go. Just downed it. All right, so what were we talking about?
I was just talking about the merchandise stuff, something that you're gonna have a hand in the next couple of weeks. So I was just kind of talking about that.
Yeah, I think this is probably a good time to bring it up. We got to work on your presentation, though. We got to figure out. Let's do something. Let's kind of mix it up a little, right? Like let's come up with some fun things for like past roles, incidents, and actions, like stuff that says like like you can run but you can't hide, or something, like just fun things that are just messages to criminals, like no, I don't know. I think it'd be fun. Let's mix it up a little.
Yeah, if you want to put your expertise in, go right ahead. I'm always open to ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have like a set script as to what I want to do, but I mean, I'm kind of open to anything and everything.
Hey, so when I was out live streaming that funeral procession last week, somebody asked me if I was from Protect Paso. I'm like, no, I'm not.
No.
Well, what about reading old school police logs from the PR newspapers? Oh, dude. So check this out. Yeah. So back in the 80s and 90s, the country news and the daily press, I think, Adam, it was the country news, right? Hold on, Adam. Are you in a spot where you can come on the show live? I'm going to drop the link into the chat. If you're naked, don't come on the show. But if you're not naked and you can come in, click the link and I'll let you into the conversation with us. Yeah, so they had these police logs that you could read, and the goal for the kids was to try to get into the logs, right? And Officer Joe would chase these kids. We'd all just get chased by Officer Joe all the time, and we let. He has 3 little tornadoes right now, little girls, so he can't. Come on. Bummer. Yeah, so we used to just wait for those police logs to come out to see if we could get mentioned in them, man. It was like, but yeah, it was, sure enough, they gave us like the 7-day police log. And what's funny is, like, it fit into like one half section of one page of the newspaper. Nowadays, it'd be like 4 pages of logs.
Yeah, they do a version of that. It's the I posted it on my page, so if you want to bring up the page, but they do the arrest log though, and I even started doing it a couple months ago. The police logs for the current police department here.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, but I just ran out of time, and I have time to do it, but I just.
What do you mean you don't have time to do it?
I said I just ran out of time because I'm doing during the day. It's not that I don't have. It's not like I can make time for it. I can, but I just don't.
Okay, Adam, here you go. Here's the red light roundup.
Yeah,
Is
the
this
red light
what it's
roundup.
called?
That's what it is. Yeah,
The red light roundup. This is the new version.
but that's only the arrest log. So
It's the arrest log. Okay, yeah, we wouldn't get an arrest log. May 17th, May 18th. Gosh, the sad thing is that these. I don't want to read about people getting arrested. I want to read about kids getting chased,
that doesn't
Like-
happen anymore.
like mailboxes getting smashed, and like that's the cows getting tipped over. Like that's the stuff. Not like, oh, so and so had a gun and methamphetamines, and like, gosh,
Well, that's what it is now, unfortunately.
no, it's so sad. Yeah, way to bring the party down. Your red light roundup.
It's what I do, I guess.
Maybe that's a shirt. Red light roundup.
Yeah, I guess we could make it, but yeah. So like I said, I'm up to any ideas. If anybody has any ideas, what do you say?
He said he was successful on getting on the police. Hey, what's the deal with the Telegram Tribune? Like, you can't read an article on the Telegram Tribune. You have to subscribe and pay.
They charge for their online stuff, which is just ridiculous.
Do they know that that's a recipe for not getting anybody to read their newspaper?
Apparently not, because they're still doing it.
What is that? Yeah,
They charge like $1.99 for a subscription and stuff, which I can go down to pretty much any gas station in Paso, and I can get the thing for 50 cents.
yeah.
The,
I mean,
the paper.
it's just absurd that you would, in this day and age, charge for somebody to click on your article and read it.
Well, see, that's the other thing too. Is like a couple years ago, or maybe it was a year ago. It was a year plus ago that they were talking about bankruptcy. So maybe this is their way of trying to maybe combat that and not go into bankruptcy because everything was going online. So they decided to charge people. I mean, I don't have any idea.
Let's see here. Who owns the McClatchy company? Owns the Telegram Tribune. Is that right? Yeah.
I don't know who owns it.
Oh, July 13th, 2020. Slow Tribune owner to be acquired by hedge fund. McClatchy company. Okay. So they're getting they were acquired. Looks like. Yeah.
That's probably
they-
just a. Oh. Go ahead.
They filed bankruptcy in. Okay. The company's debt, the total debt that the company had was $700 million. They filed bankruptcy, and so they were pleased that Chatham and the support of secured lien creditors. Okay, so they were bought out of bankruptcy through a hedge fund. Interesting. Yeah. So here's a news flash. Like, let people read your articles online. It's like drive traffic. Let people read the articles and figure out how to change with the times. Weird.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Scott and I talked about when he brought me on as one of his kind of freelance reporters. Is that he just said that we'll never charge for our content because number one, there's really not a lot that goes on here that we need to charge for anyway.
Yeah. Hey, how much? Let me ask you a question. So I used to write for, gosh, I don't even remember what it was, Daily Press or Country News, one of the papers here. I used to cover the city council meetings, and I think they paid me like $20 a week to write an article.
Yeah.
Is it still kind of the same money?
I don't have any idea.
Oh, so you're contributing to Scott for no money? Oh, dude, you need an agent. Now you need me to be an agent for you?
No.
Oh, okay. Here we
I
go.
mean, no, with with every article that I give him, or pictures or statement or whatever, he kicks me down something.
I'm
So
messing with you. You don't have to discuss. Good morning, Mark and Shelly. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. I'm just giving you a hard time. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just kind of stoke the fire just to get our brains going so we can come up with some cool shirts like
marketing schemes.
Paso Robles incidents and actions. Don't have to pay to subscribe, or let's let's come up with some fun stuff like that, right? Anyway, so we can go on and on. It's 9 o'clock. Let's shut this down. I was 3 minutes late getting on this morning. I had multiple issues with my blender and the coffee, and then my microphone wasn't working. It's been a Tuesday, for crying out loud. Let's shut it down. So yeah, in case, two things I want to plug real quick. If you want to subscribe to my newsletter, it's mikebrady.substack.com. Click on that link and you can subscribe. It's just my thoughts will be in your inbox every so often. I'll have like links to different things that you can buy with discounts and whatnot. Like, for instance, the one I'm working on right now is talking about, let's see here. What is the one I'm working on right now? About drafts. Okay. So I've got links to like the MCT oil that I'm putting in my smoothie, my new shoes that I got that I'm gonna get delivered to break in for my hike. Planning a backpacking trip to Colorado here in late August, early September. It's gonna be a 4 or 5 day thing, in and out. We're gonna summit 4 peaks in 4 days or 3 days. It's like a 60-mile hike round trip. So I've never been backpacking, so I'm prepping for that. I'm training for that. That's my next kind of level of training that I'm working on. What else? So I'm hitting on Friday. I'm driving an RV from Templeton to what peaks? It's called Four Pass Loop. It's called the Four Pass Loop. Let's see here. Four Pass Loop. Here's a link to All Trails Four Pass Loop, Adam. You can click on that. That's the one. If anybody's interested, then yeah, I mean, basically it's, I think I've got 4 or 5 people that are going total. But if anybody else wants to join in the fun, I'll add you to a private group and we can plan it together. But we're down, so we're super pumped about it. Four Pass Loop is a heavily trafficked. Let's see here. Okay, so, there it is. Aspen, Colorado area. Okay, so 25.7 miles is the loop. Okay, so I thought it was 60, but it might be we're going 3 times around. I don't know. For some reason, I had the 60 in my head. Crater Lake, Maroon Bells. So there you go. Like, that's the plan. But so I was going to say, this Friday I'm heading out of town. I'm jumping in an RV, driving. First stop is Cedar City, Utah. Next stop is Newcastle, Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Glenwood Springs is the final resting place of Doc Holliday. Anybody who wants to know about that. And then making our way down to Denver area. And then from Denver to Kansas City down to Memphis over to Nashville. dropping off my brother-in-law's RV fifth motorhome, taking it out there for him. He's moving out to Nashville, and so needed a driver, and so I threw my name in the hat. I'm going to be taking the show on the road next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'll leave Friday here after the show. But what I'm going to try to do, and this is what I haven't figured out, I'm going to vlog. I'm going to vlog the whole thing. I'm going to be going social. I'm going to be doing all this. I'm kind of feeling like the challenge that I need is I want to stop and only eat local food. And I'm not talking local restaurant. I'm talking like farm to table local, like fruits, nuts, vegetables, meat, anything from a local. Like if I drop into Cedar City, Utah, I'm going to find the farmer's market or local farm stand, and all my food will be from there. And then I go into the next city, do the same thing. That's what I'm going to try to do. And I also have to work in all of my workouts, 2 workouts a day while I'm driving 500 miles a day ish. Right. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. The other thing I don't know. Yeah. And then
so then how would you get back?
Dude, you know what? You need to go with me. No, I'm flying home. I'm going to fly home on Thursday. So I'll be home Thursday the 3rd. Yeah, man. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to kind of mix up the routine a little, take the show on the road, and then also challenge myself to continue to eat healthy and get my workouts done and all of that in the in a new environment. That's always the trick, right? Is like adapting to the change, but keeping to your routine. So, all right, man, let's shut it down. I hope you have a great day, Anthony.
I will do so. I don't have anything going on, so I'm just going to go just relax. Oh, I do have Bible study tonight, so I'll do some studying for that. So
there you go.
Yeah, much over that. I'm just going to be just at home, just relaxing.
All right, man. Well, you have a great day. I hope everybody else has a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us and tuning into a show of just nonsense, really. I mean, the goal of this show has always been to provide some type of entertainment and escapism in the form of news and information and positivity and community. And so if I've veered from that mission in any way, please feel free to send me an email, a complaint, put it in the complaint box and I'll get to it and read it. But other than that, happy Tuesday. It's May 25th, 2021. Wow. May 25th. Unbelievable. All right, guys, have a great day.